And it's actually kind of cool to experience this as well, because this is I hope this is not kind of misconstrued the way I'm saying this, but in the same like vein where you're talking about where you walk out on stage, it's like, this is not as big as it looks in the picture. A lot of the moments sort of feel like that to me, where you can look at someone being on a stage like that and be like, that's impossible to do that.
Yeah.
But then you get out on stage and you're like, okay,
This is
like,
calm.
this is like kind of cool.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a mindset that I've had too along the way, kind of learning that, of being like, I don't know how people get to the point where they start to think that they're larger than life.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
these things that I thought were larger than life, and now that I've been blessed to do, it's like, oh, okay, like this feels like sort of manageable right now. And it's, buying into that your life looks like that photo is just dumb to
It's crazy.
me.
Yeah.
It's like you're buying into a lie. Like, it's a lie. Because you went out there and you saw what was going on.
Yeah,
and it's not I'm not trying to take away from that moment at all, but it's just nice to feel like, oh wow, this is more possible. So when you do something like do Radio City like we did, which is like an iconic venue in New York, so now I get to walk past that like for the rest of my life and be like, dude, we sold that out. Like that's so cool. When you do something like that and you get on that stage and you go, oh okay, we did it. It felt so possible. The room looks way bigger in pictures, that kind of thing. It kind of unlocks this new thing for the future of being like, I can do more stuff. It almost feels like the things that I can see now at this point that seem impossible and too big, like maybe it's not that big, because the people who step out on those stages, maybe they're like, this is kind of like another day in a way. You know what I mean?
That's how I felt with the when we did the O2 show.
Yeah.
We went to watch a comedian there literally like 6 months before, and we hadn't even talked about doing it, and I didn't even think it was possible. I was walking in with one of my friends. He's not here today, but he was saying, oh, can you imagine you guys doing a live show there? And I was like, that's actually impossible.
Right.
It's impossible. Like I saw Chris Brown there.
Yeah.
I've seen Drake there.
Yeah.
Like that's impossible.
That's a crazy feeling too. You go to these venues, see the people on the wall. You're like, bro, Kevin Hart was here. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
We did a show. We did a show at the Chicago Theater in Chicago, and we were like in our green room. We were talking, and like it's like normal. Like the crew that we have, like we've established like a really good like rapport amongst us, and we just like talk and bullshit and whatever. And then we step out of the room and we see on the wall right next to the door, it says, have a swell time. I sure did. Frank Sinatra. And it takes you out of it. And then you look at the rest of the wall and you see like these people that were sitting in your seat and doing it. And it's people you grew up thinking like, well, those are icons in their respective genres. And then you get put in the opportunity to do that.